Welcome to What the Health? The podcast where real people from all walks of life share their insights, struggles, successes and breakthroughs in health, fitness and life in general. This isn't just about workouts and diets, it's about building a stronger, healthier future in every part of your life whilst having a laugh in the process.
Hello everyone. Before we start this week's episode of Sophia, I can reveal that last week's episode of Tom, his 3 statements that he gave us, the truth was that he ate, between him and 2 other friends, 96 packets of hula hoops in one evening. There you go. Enjoy this week's episode. Hello everyone. Welcome to this week's episode with Sophia.
Hi.
Welcome, Sophia. Thank you for joining us for this week's episode.
Thank you.
Officially, this is episode number 10, so this is the last one of the series.
Ooh.
So we're going to finish with you.
A really boring one.
So thank you very much for coming along. So first things first, let's have an introduction of Sophia. Who is she? What does she like to do? Tell us.
So my name's Sophia. I'm married to Gavin, who also comes to the gym, and I have 2 girls. One's 18 next week, and I've got a 15-year-old.
Sweet.
Boom.
What sort of things do you like to do, hobby-wise, or in your spare time?
Oh my gosh, gym, run, walk, cook, and that's about it really.
Awesome. What do you do for a living?
I am an admin advisor for admin person for a mortgage advisor.
Do you enjoy it?
Yes, there's times where you don't want to go to work, obviously, that's just normal. But yeah, I do enjoy it.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. So based on your occupation within finance and mortgage, we are basing this episode on talk about relating mortgage with fitness and mainly money finances.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll all come together, I'm sure. And hopefully it'll be a good episode for people to listen to. So let's talk about money.
Mm-hmm.
Money.
Money.
Thanks for that. We didn't rehearse that, by the way. So let's talk about finances. So obviously being a gym owner myself, I hear a lot of excuses or obstacles, and the 2 main ones being time and money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important for people to, spend their money on whatever they want, what they think is valuable to them. How valuable do you think the gym is for you?
It's probably more of a priority than anything else above everything else. Like for me, if I didn't come to the gym, I don't think I would function. And the days that I don't come, if it's an active rest, it's fine. But if I have days where I'm off and I'm like, I'm not going to come, I always regret it. So It's just prioritizing. Like with budgeting, you prioritize it. So when people say, I don't have the money, you don't have to have money to work out.
Very true. Very true.
You also don't have, like when people say they don't have time, I get like some people, if they have to work and they have to get an hour to work and things like that, it's going to be a bit more difficult. But I still think you would have some time to do something. Yeah. Even if it's not physically going to a gym, it might be doing stuff at home. It might be being more active on your lunch break, things like that. I think it's prioritizing at the end of the day.
Yeah, and as some sayings go, like one being the best things in life are free, such as nature, building relationships. Like you say, you can exercise and train and get out and move without having a gym membership. So, yeah, I think if you do enjoy the gym, obviously you want to do more strength training and use weights, then if that's important to you, which hopefully it should be for most people, then I don't think there should be like a set amount. Obviously, we have restrictions, but the gym is not so expensive.
No.
I mean, you get some gyms like David Lloyd, that's £150 a month, but that's still affordable for most people. Because it depends what people find valuable. So,
yeah.
I mean, some people have left the gym, because I've been running the gym for 9 years now, and had a few people that have cancelled because they've said, I just can't afford it. But in my eyes, they can. They just choose not to. They don't want to spend that money on that, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
Because the next day or a few days later, I might see them on social media saying I've just gone out for a meal and I've spent £50 on a meal, which is less, which is more than a membership.
Yeah, 100%.
So it depends how you want to spend your money.
I'd rather say not buy myself a coffee every day, take one to work, or have it before I go to work.
Yeah.
And spend that money on coming to the gym. And don't get me, there was times where I genuinely couldn't afford to come to the gym.
Yeah.
But I would still run. I would still do yoga at home. There's things you can do.
Yeah.
It is hard, I think, if you need the strength. If you want to have more strength, then I feel like if you can't afford to go out and buy weights and things, it's a bit different. But there's times when I couldn't afford to come to the gym. But there's still ways around it.
Yeah.
There's always ways around it to prioritise your health.
Yeah, absolutely. There's obstacles and there's always ways to get over those obstacles.
Yeah, 100%.
Another path. It's interesting you've said there's times that you couldn't afford the gym, and I'm not saying I don't believe you at all, so just don't take that this way.
Oh, God, no, at all. Yeah.
Because obviously there's some people that said they can't afford the gym, which, it's not the case for everyone. Because let's pretend someone said they couldn't afford the gym. It was, let's say, 200 quid a month, which is a lot of money. But if I offered them my house for £200, they'll find that money. Yeah. Because that's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So instead of like a £200,000 house being offered to them for 200 quid, they would make the effort to then go and buy it because it's so cheap. Whereas obviously they would see the gym, £200 a month would be more expensive. So it depends like how you see like certain things in your life.
It's changing your mind. Yeah, it's definitely changing your mindset for it, because it's like, without a doubt, with a given, my gym membership, it doesn't matter. That's coming out every month, and everything budgets, and you make sure that you can do it. Because for me, not coming to the gym is not worth my mental health.
Yeah. What do you find more stressful, money or not being able to work out?
Oh, that's a hard one. I would say you need money to be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the be all and end all. I think that, like you say, things in life are free, like going out for a walk, going for a run, and doing things at home that don't cost, i.e. yoga, things like that.
Yeah.
But that's a hard one.
Okay, so I've done a little bit of research. Obviously, we've got our health and fitness, and I was looking into a term known as financial fitness. Mm-hmm. So within this, there's like 5 points. So being in control of your finances, so where the money goes, knowing where it is, what you're spending it on. Mm-hmm. Being stable, so knowing you're getting enough finances in to cover the bills that you need to where you're living or whatever bills that you may have, such as the gym. Mm-hmm. Healthy habits, so being able to budget and save, because some people aren't very good at that. So when I'm mentioning all these points of fear in your head, rate yourself, how good you are, all these sort of things, how financially fit you are. So it doesn't matter how much you're earning or how much money you've got, it's, all these factors, doesn't matter about that. Long-term habits. So these are all relatively related to your health and fitness as well. So your long-term habits with strength, your healthy habits, everything you do, like your choice of foods, etc., what you put into your body. Long-term strength, so if you've got any savings and if you've got a mortgage with your line of work, being able to see that 20, 30-year investment of covering those costs on a monthly basis to get to that long-term success of owning your house. Mm-hmm. And resilience. So if we have setbacks, such as in the gym, if we have setbacks and being able to get back on the health and fitness train, we might have setbacks financially as well. So you might get stung with a terrible MOT, for example. Mm-hmm. So then just being able to bounce back and cover those debts over time, a bit like fat loss, like you might have put a bit of weight on over Christmas or a certain time. So it's just then, covering that debt to then work it off. So would you say you're financially fit in terms of the decisions you make? And
I would say, out of, obviously, because me and Gavin are a partnership, I would say Gavin is the saver. Mm-hmm. I'm the spender.
I'd say it's me and Lucy as well.
Yeah. So Gavin's the person that will keep us all grounded and be like, don't be ridiculous, we can't do that. And I'll be the one going, why don't we go here and why don't we do this? But at the same time, since working full time, I've been able to say, we're going to do this. I can put this amount of money towards it. How about we do? And it's nice to be able to have that freedom to do it.
Yeah.
But I would say I'm better than what I was when I was younger. 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. What do you value in your life, Sophia?
My family, health, and overall, I think happiness.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
What makes you happy?
Seeing my children happy.
Mm-hmm.
Having goals, reaching them, and staying in your lane for what you want. Mm-hmm. Getting to that point and feeling, okay, I've done that now. That's really good. So just always striving to be a better person.
Cool. Let's talk about the health and fitness side of that then.
Mm-hmm.
So you said you value health and happiness. What do you do to keep healthy and fit?
Obviously come to the gym.
Okay, good. I was hoping you'd say that. So you're on a membership, which costs around about £50 a month, let's say. Don't worry about your answer to this, by the way, because your membership price won't change. So just be honest with me.
Okay.
So obviously you'll be willing to pay £50 a month. How much would you value your gym community up to? Because everything's got a price. So let's say, would you pay £100 a month?
To still come here? Yeah.
150.
That might push me over the edge a little bit in terms, but yeah, I probably would. Yeah.
500.
I genuinely know. Okay. That's not my food.
So about 200?
I would say 150 would probably, 150 be my max.
Okay, so if I did, which I'm not, if I said we're going to change our memberships to £200 a month, you'd leave?
I'd definitely whinge about it.
I know you would. So what would you then do?
I don't know because it's really hard because I love coming here and I love my friends. If everybody else left and moved, then I might move with them. So watch yourself.
Oh, you can't go anywhere else. I forgot to say that.
Oh, I'm not allowed to.
Yeah, that's part of the...
So I suppose...
So yeah, if you left, you can't go anywhere else. You just have to deal with home workouts and being outside and whatnot. No gym.
No, then I would probably find a way to pay it.
Okay, so let's keep going then. 250?
I don't. No, because you're going to put the prices up. No, I think it would push me. It would push it if it was that much.
Yeah. Okay then. Cool. It's interesting to know. So very quickly then, we'll come back. So if you did leave then, and you couldn't go to any other gym, how would you adapt? You might have some friends that leave with you. Would you try and meet up with them? Would you just train by yourself, get something at home?
Still meet up with friends and go for runs and things like that. Mm-hmm.
So you obviously you'd still try and incorporate your routine as best you can, still do the strength training and whatnot. You won't give up on.
No, I wouldn't give up on strength training because we do have very small amount of weights at home.
Yeah.
And that way, I think you could improve on that and get a little bit more for your house and do things like that if I had to leave. Mm-hmm. But I would still meet up with the people that I've made friends with here because we go for runs and stuff anyway. But I feel like the community is massive and that's what I would miss.
Yeah, because that's all part of your health and fitness building relationships and bounce off each other.
Yeah.
100%. Cool. I'm going to find out a little bit more about you with some quick fire questions, Sophia.
Okay.
And then we'll move on to the next section. So most of these are probably going to turn into would you rather.
Okay.
So are you ready for this?
Go on then.
We'll start off with the ones that aren't now. Favourite, do you know how quick fire works quickly? Because
it needs to be quick,
It doesn't need to be quick, basically. Yeah. Favourite class?
Perform, but it's not called Perform now.
No, super hit.
Okay.
Favourite meal?
What?
Or food, whatever, snack.
Oh my gosh. How can there be a favourite? Anything with fish.
Very interesting. Cardio or weights?
Weights.
AM or PM workouts?
AM, 100%.
Would you rather be robbed in the street or lose your gym membership?
Robbed in the street.
Would you rather lose your job or break your leg?
Oh, break my leg. No, lose my job. No, none of them. Break my leg.
That's not an option.
Break my
your leg. Okay.
Yeah.
I would have gone for that as well. Would you rather have 10 years taken off your mortgage or have a 2-year gap from this gym?
10 years taken off my mortgage. That's an easy one.
That is an easy one. I've read that wrong,
Yeah, you've done that the wrong way round.
Add 10 years onto your mortgage. I've done that wrong, haven't I?
Add 10 years to the mortgage or not come to the gym for 2 years?
Yes.
Oh, shush. Not come to the gym for 2 years.
Really?
I really couldn't, yeah.
Cool. Would you rather live in a mansion with no gym whatsoever and access to any kind of gym, or live in a hut with a gym?
Live in a hut.
Cool. Would you rather do 100 burpees or 1 hour of admin?
100 burpees.
Final one. Would you rather do mortgage applications or have the flu?
Mortgage applications.
And last one. So, what would you do if you won £50 million? This doesn't have to be so quick, obviously.
50 million?
Mm-hmm.
Pay off my mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
I would travel and take my kids travelling around the world after they've finished their GCSEs, things like that. And
would you still work?
No.
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 How do you spend your time?
Travelling. You wouldn't see me. I would go to places that have gyms, but you wouldn't see me. And then I'd pay for people to come out when I miss them. For that much money, I wouldn't be working. I'd be travelling.
Cool. Okey-doke. Lovely job. So mortgage stress and health stress is sort of related, I'd say, in some kind of way. So would you agree that financial stress can lead to anxiety, poor sleep, high blood pressure?
Yes.
Just like health stress, etc. Do you see it within your work that some people come in with their stress about their mortgage and finances? Or
you see people that have had issues and they can have mental breakdowns and things like that, and it affects all parts of their life. So it will affect whether they're paying all their bills, their mortgages, as well as the rest of their life. So if it's unstable, you find everything's unstable.
Yeah.
And it's quite scary when you see people in those situations. You also see people that their children young and their parents are really unstable.
Yeah.
They're trying to get on the right track, but then their parents have maybe messed up credit reports for them and things like that. So that can have a massive effect on them as well. Yeah.
Not just mortgage stress, but financial stress altogether, in general, like money stress. You and I have been under financial stress at some point, I would assume, and health stress as well. How did you overcome those kind of stresses? Can you tell us more about any stresses you've come across in financially? Or
I think, like, obviously when we owned a business, then we had the lockdown.
Yeah.
At that stage, we were really lucky with the payouts that we did get. But I think it got to with the first lockdown, because ours, I don't know about you, yours must have been one of the last industries they reopened, because obviously it's close contact. You can't get away from it. Like, you have to be around people.
Yeah.
And I think we went to the stage where it was like, if they didn't open us up within the next week, the business side of things, we wouldn't have carried on.
Yeah.
And
how did that affect your relationship and general well-being together?
To be fair, I think because we were in lockdown, Gavin and I got on really well because we were together and we didn't have the stress of having to be somewhere, passing ships through the night. Like, I was here, he was there. We had the kids at home and it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But it was very much like if we don't have this, if we don't open like in the next couple of weeks, like our business has nothing. Like we aren't going to get any more, and we can't go any further. And without that, we knew that Gavin could work somewhere else and reopen again. But do you want to do that? And also, yes, we could have it was that stage where it's like, well, then do you start touching your own private money to then fund something? And at that stage, like everybody, it was like, well, do we want to still do that? Do you still want to be a business owner? Do you still want to be a hairdresser? And those were the thoughts. And it was quite stressful.
Yeah. Obviously, it's a bit different because we was in lockdown, so we did have restrictions. But during that stressful time financially and all those things you had to think about, did you notice like a knock-on effect towards your health, what you generally do in terms of your... Obviously, you could go to the gym as normal anyway because it's lockdown, but
so
were you sort of sacrificing or your sleep was being affected, stuff like that?
Yeah, 100%. Because you're just constantly worrying about what's going to happen next. And it's like, I don't sleep very well anyway. So then when there's stuff playing on my mind, I'll wake up and I'll just be thinking about it all the time.
Yeah.
So it really does affect how I sleep, things like that. I think the only good thing about lockdown is you had all that time. So I would still go out and exercise. I would still run and things like that.
Yeah.
But it didn't affect that side of it. Probably didn't do as well as I could have done because I was so tired and stressed out. But then it was really weird, I think, because we didn't have the stresses of everything from outside of our lives. We actually got on really well. It was really strange because I was thinking when we're together all the time, we're going to kill each other, which I think a lot of people could have had that, but it didn't work that way with us.
Yeah. I think it might have, lockdown probably made or break a lot of relationships, having that close contact for 24/7.
Yeah.
So looking back in hindsight, worrying about those financial situations, do you think you needed to worry as much as you did, or how?
I think it was more unknown, like the unknown of what's going to happen next.
Yeah. Do you think, not just you, but most people in general, do you think we even worry about money more than we need to?
I think some people worry more about money than they need to, but potentially it's going to sound awful.
Say it.
People will worry about money, but then they're the people that might have 2 car finances. They might have big credit card bills.
Yeah.
They'll go out a lot. Yes, they will have gym memberships, 2 places like David Lloyd, a family membership. And obviously, sometimes you're just like, and they're always going on holidays, things like that.
Yeah.
Just sometimes you think, okay, so you're telling us that you think your mortgage payment is massive.
Yeah.
And yet we've just seen you've been on this holiday, you've been to Centre Parks, you've done it. And don't get me wrong, everybody has to live. But I feel sometimes people don't live within their means, but they'll blame their mortgage payment for that.
I think it's the same in terms of like fitness as well. It's like some people may just need to be more educated, or even like educated through the schools a bit better, like going through budget.
100%.
Because we don't teach like nutrition or health and fitness in school. Same with like, obviously we do maths at school, but we don't really teach like budgeting.
100%.
A lot of it, some people may be a bit naive with their money and finances and health and fitness, but they're just not educated or had that role model. So
it's like basic things like when you're a first time buyer, being on the electoral roll, so you can be found. People are like, well, I don't bother voting. It's like, but you still need to be on that roll because those little things help you. Actually, having a credit card does help you, providing you pay it off each month. These little things are all little nuggets that will help you to get you where you need to be. But some people don't even realise that.
No. Coming back to that functional finances. Financially fit, their financial fitness levels, is having the ability to then like say budget and plan around their finances just like you would with your health and fitness, because it has a knock-on effect if you're unstable with your finances, and it affects your stress levels and everything else, then it's going to affect your health and fitness and well-being as well. So
yeah, 100%.
It's just having that, being financially fit and have that understanding, just like you would with your health and fitness. Cool. So long-term commitments then, fitness versus mortgages. So can you see like a correlation between the two? Like obviously mortgage, you invest in like 20 to 30 years. You look at the long-term outcome, just like your health and fitness, you're investing in like one workout at a time, 3 times a week, let's say, for example. Over time, you're building muscle to maintain that over time for helping with your longevity, health and fitness when you get to your retirement age and stuff like that. What would you say is more important in terms of what you see? Do you see people understanding their mortgage, the benefits, as well as their health and fitness? Or do you see more people more fixated on stuff like finances, paying their mortgage rather than investing in their health and fitness long term?
I think, again, it's the correlation of the both. So you have people that they want that long-term goal of owning their own property, and you see because I see so many different people. Like you have people that will put that effort into, that's their goal, but you still have to live.
Yeah.
And you still have to enjoy.
I could be wrong, but I'm assuming more people than necessary focus more on their finances rather than their own health and fitness long term, like getting a mortgage, or if they've not got a mortgage, trying to save up money to whatever it may be long term for their retirement, rather than the here and now focus on their health and fitness.
I don't think sorry, carry on.
Sorry. They find it difficult to see what they're doing now will have that long term benefits compared to like their savings and money. Physically
I don't think like people, I didn't when I was younger, you don't think that you're ever going to get old and that your bones are going to depreciate and your body's going to depreciate. You just think you can't see that long term.
Yeah.
And yes, but you can see long term if you've saved, if you've got this in the pot at the end. You don't automatically think, if I do this now, as in be healthy now, it's going to help me when I'm older. It's probably not till you get to our age where you think, okay, I need to be better now, because I don't want to be that person that can't bend down and pick stuff up when I'm older and things like that. So I do feel like they don't, it's that confidence of youth, isn't it? You think you've got forever, but you don't genuinely have forever.
Just having that understanding of like, there's no point having all that money saved up if you can't enjoy it or like, use it as such.
Yeah.
But yeah. Interesting. Cool. Healthy habits then in money and health. So as a PT coach, I'll always go through SMART goals. So just like we've been talking about there, I think it's important to bring SMART goals within your finances as well. So SMART being like specific, if you want to save up for something specifically, make sure it's measurable so you know how much money you needs to pay for, etc., how much you'll need to earn. Make sure it's achievable. There's no point in me saying I'm going to buy this £1 million mansion in 1 year's time, because I'm not in that position to do it unless I actually won the lottery. Being realistic about it, having realistic goals and having a time frame. So it's about putting those things in place within our coaching as a health and fitness aspect, as well as financially. Would you agree with those? Having a SMART goal will be beneficial for people to plan their finances better?
Yeah, 100%.
Could you think of any examples in terms of long term what you'd want to invest in?
I think generally, because I do watch a lot of the Diary of a CEO, and I was watching this one the other day, and this lady was saying, instead of buying a Starbucks coffee every day, which is about £5, invest that £5 into Starbucks.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get more from that long-term investment than you are from that coffee hit. And if you're going to go and buy Nike trainers, instead of buying the Nike most expensive ones, get the trainers that you need, but also then, if you can, invest that money into Nike. So you've got long-term investments that are going to pull back more money for you in the long term. It's just about thinking smarter. And like another guy was like, if you put your money in a savings account, yeah, that's really good. But actually, you're not going to make much money from it. So try and be a bit more smarter with how you invest your money. And you see a lot of younger people that have these investments in things, and they're like, oh, I pay into that every month. And I'm like, it's so clever. Like, if we had that information when we were younger, we would be so much better off now. That, and I'm not saying money is the be all and end all, but I just feel like, and again with mortgage, and this is going to be quite controversial, but like, I get that you want stability, and I feel a mortgage does that for you, and that's your home and it's yours, it's great. It's not always the right answer for every single person.
No.
And it's like, if you're going to rent, but say you rent, you don't have all the overheads, you don't have to pay for things when they break. You don't have to upgrade the boiler every 10 years and things like that. If you're then thinking, I don't have to invest that, I don't have to pay for that, but I'm going to invest that money instead. If you can afford it, I think there's other things you can do to be wealthy.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a mortgage.
No.
It's just whether it's whether you personally feel that that mortgage will give you the stability that you like.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's other ways to do it now. And there's always been ways to do it, but I feel like we're more educated now in doing that, rather than just, I'm going to get a mortgage, I'm going to save, I'm going to do this. We have so many young kids now that like invest, and I'm just like, oh my God, I would have been so scared to have done that.
Yeah.
But these kids are just like, no, I'm going to try it. And it's like, it's such a different way of them making more money on their savings.
Yeah. Good tips.
Just a few.
I was going to come to asking you some tips, but you've gone into it.
I've gone too far ahead.
That's great. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, like my dream, well, I say dream, but one of my ambitions when I get towards retirement age, do you know what it might be?
I think you would probably like to sort of have a little small holding and just live on your own and be like self-sufficient.
Oh, I'll tell Lucy that. Well, I wasn't planning on leaving that. But yeah, like, obviously we've got a house and mortgage, but as you rightly said, like everyone's different, so you don't have to have a mortgage to feel like secure and whatnot. I love camper vanning, so I'd be more than happy to sell our house, and like when the kids are old enough, we could camper van and just go around. That's going to be so much cheaper. If we sold the house, we'll have some investments from that, and then we'd just tour around the world, because we like to explore different cultures. The whole world.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
I mean, obviously this might not occur because I've still got many years left before that might, when the boys are older, but yeah, like just going, I'm very easy, I'm not really fussed about materialistic stuff, so I just want to be out in nature and experience culture and focus on my health and fitness, and be with family. So it's just the little things that keeps me happy, so you don't have to have loads of money to be able to do those sort of things.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of us get caught up in the materialistic things because we see it on social medias, the influencers saying, oh, showing off their flashy cars and whatnot. Whereas
when they're in Dubai and places, I can't think of anywhere I'd rather not live.
Which, is there any like materialistic things that you crave to have? I mean, I'm personally I'm not really into cars and stuff like that, but do you like nice clothes and stuff like that? Or?
For me, it's clothes. I am like I do enjoy going clothes shopping and things like that. But whenever, like when we have had nice cars, we do have a nice car. I do enjoy it, but we had a really, really nice car, and it was like the mortgage interest rates were all going up, and I was like, just sell it. It doesn't bother me. If it means that you don't have to have it to have a more comfortable life, it doesn't bother me. So realistic for me, it's more, even now though, I don't even, like I've done it when I was younger, like gone out and bought expensive shoes and really nice bags, and they're lovely. They're all sat in my wardrobe and they look lovely. But when do I wear them? I'm not going to wear them. I pretty much live in cheap clothes, you know? I think,
as we can see.
Yeah. I think like I just think your goals change. Like you get less materialistic as you get older. You still want things and need things.
Yeah.
But it's like you just get more attuned to, okay, if we're going to go out for an evening, I don't need to spend £100 on an outfit. I'll just rewear something and things like that.
I mean, money is important for a lot of people. They have drive from it and whatnot. How important is having money for you? We don't need to have money to be happy, but would you say you're a person that sort of needs money to feel, I don't know, happy? Me personally, I grew up with my parents. They're more like giving me the message of like, you should just save, try not to spend too much and stuff. So in my head, I'm always more of a saver. Being married to Lucy has sort of flipped a little bit more, so I'm starting to enjoy life a little bit more in the present. Trying, as long as I've got enough money to cover the bills and do things that I want to do, such as traveling if we can. I mean, it's not that important to me personally, because if I've got enough to do what we want to do in terms of prioritising my health and fitness, go traveling, explore the world, covering our bills, that's just enough for me. But how important would money be for you?
It's for me, I would prefer, I'd like to feel comfortable, but at the same time, like you say, as long as you can cover your bills, I would rather have experiences, because those memories that you have, like with your family, your friends, your children, I think are way more important. And it doesn't have to be traveling, or it can be, so for example, for my daughter's 18th, I was like, instead of all just sitting at home, yes, we're going to Norfolk for the weekend. We've hired a caravan. Who cares? It doesn't matter. No. But for us, it's, especially with social media, kids on their phone, we live in a house where we've got 2 children upstairs, we're downstairs. It's like, actually, for your birthday, we're going to go away. We're going to take Uno. We're going to take board games. We're going to have family time. Yeah. And for me, that's more important. Yeah. Because I didn't come back from my holiday in Italy thinking, don't get me wrong, it was beautiful. Italy's lovely. Yeah. I came back, was like, it was lovely. We played Uno before we went out in the evening. We were talking, we'd go out for walks. Maisie would be like, can we go for a walk down the beach? Yeah, we'll do. And it was that time, to me, that's more important, especially as the girls are getting older, because I see them less. And so now I'm like almost trying to claw back more of that time with them. Yeah. So as long as you're comfortable, that's great. Yeah. But I feel like, to me, it's more about the time that you spend together with the people that you love. Yeah. I think some people do get caught up of like seeing what other people do and have. Oh, 100%. Which they feel they need to chase, but it's just trying to find out a bit more about you as a person and what do you need to make yourself happy. Like the happiest people I've seen, like, keep on mentioning me going traveling, so I like to go travel and explore different places, but like in Sri Lanka or other places that don't have as much, not well developed, they're living in little huts, but they're so happy and so helpful and they're just loving life. They don't have phones or all the technology that we've got, but they're in nature all the time. They have a great relationship with their families. Yeah. It's grounding, isn't it? Yeah. It's just, this is what's important. I mean, all the materialistic things are all man-made and stuff, so we're adding stuff into our environment which we weren't created with initially. So 100%. We grew up being happy. So as there's more struggles with our mental health, I think it's because we're adding a lot into the environment. Yeah. All these things that we're sort of chasing. Mm-hmm. That's my personal sort of view on it. I think that is 100% what you do. And like you say, social media, like when you're sort of like, oh, so-and-so's there, gone there again and blah, blah, blah. And you do get a little bit caught up in it. And it's like, okay, let's just take it back a bit. Like, we don't need to worry about those things because they aren't the most important things in the world. It's you've got again, it's like staying in your own lane. Yeah. Health as well is what we're going to finish on. Mm-hmm. And I think you can agree with me, that is completely correct. We see it quoted everywhere all the time, but there's no true meaning. Then health is more important than your financial wealth. Yeah, 100%. Like I said before, if you've got money, you're not going to be able to do anything with it if you're not functioning very well mentally or physically. It's just making people realise that they want to live in a certain way, but making sure it's right for you, and it doesn't matter how much money you got, as long as you're
happy doing the things that you need to do, want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just low expectations.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm just wrapping up quickly because I've got
Yeah, we are.
a class to get to. So I do apologise.
We've got to go to strength.
I'll go to strength class. And we can come to your 3 statements.
I already know them.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Then would you like to fly away?
So
Can I be rude? And so I'm just going to run downstairs to tell them I'll be there in a minute, and I'm going to run back. But in the meantime, whilst I'm doing that, you can let the viewers know your 3 statements. So one's going to be true, yeah?
One's true.
2 lies.
Oh, it's 2 lies, is it?
Oh, what are you doing? One lie,
I was going to do 2
truths?
truths, 1 lie.
Okay, we'll do it that way.
Okay then.
Cool.
So I used to have a cat that only had 3 legs, and we found her in a box. I applied to go into a boxing championship, but got scared that my face would get damaged, so cancelled off. And I've also been on TV.
Thanks for tuning in to What the Health. Until next time, stay strong, stay healthy, and keep moving forward.